you just talk? Like literally, are you all in? Are you ready to go all in for this upcoming new year, or are you still just all talk? Now, do me a favor, if you're watching this scope, if you're watching the replay, share. You can still share this on Twitter, on Periscope, on Facebook, and I want you to share this. This is going to be a tough scope. I'm going to be breaking this down. Are you all in? Are you still all talk? Hey, Latasha, I'm going to be bringing my A game on this scope. As always, I'm Mia Redrick. I am the mom strategist, and I support women with life and business success. You can always check me out at miaredrick.com. Good to see you. Please, guys, do me a favor, and let's invite other people who we know could benefit from this scope. It is going to be a truth scope, and I'm going to be in and out, but I'm going to break this down for you guys. You know, are you all in? Are you all talk? All right. And you know what it looks like. All right. And my only goal is to have you look at, to step behind what you're currently doing so that you can show up 100%, really 100%, to knock the goals out of the park for this upcoming year. For those of you who I have not met, I'm Mia Redrick. I've been in business about 13 years, and I support my clients with packaging what they know, leveraging their gifts, using their degrees, your medical degree, your law degree, your any professional experience that you have, and to be able to package that, to monetize that into product that you can sell passively or to people around the world with one-to-many models. My background is corporate training. And I loved being a corporate trainer. And then I became a mom and a stay-at-home mom, and I loved that. And I decided over 13 years ago that I would go to work as myself, that I would put the two things that I was really good at and that I love the most into a business. And, fast forward, I've been able to coach over 602 clients. 112 of my clients are authors. Many of them are national and international brands, #1 Amazon bestsellers. Many of them are consultants. I've helped them build out their training programs. They're literally their movement around their products and their services. Many of them get corporate deals. That's what I love to do. All right. So today I'm going to be teaching on, are you all in, or are you just talk? Like really, are you just talking? Hopefully something that I say to you today will move you to do something differently in your life, or to make you think a little bit differently about whatever your practical plans are for this upcoming year. You're all in, right? Whatever your practical plans are for this year, this will get you to think. Do me a favor, guys, if you don't mind, when you're not following me, hit that little guy here in the bottom right of your screen and make sure you're following me, but also share with your friends. Let's pack this scope out, because we want to make sure our friends also are all in, right? And we have more people that we can play with. As a result of being an entrepreneur, I've been able to educate my kids with a world-class education. And that was always a dream that I had, was being an entrepreneur, be able to educate my kids. My husband and I have invested over $715,000 in our little people. And that might be your thing. There might be some mom out there saying, I want to educate my kids to the way I want to. And therefore, you're all in. Like you're wanting to know what you need to do, or you're looking for better ways in entrepreneurship to be able to monetize. Or, for me, being an entrepreneur also meant that when my husband developed kidney disease over 7 years ago, that I could be all in for him, right? I didn't have anybody yanking my chain. I didn't have anywhere else to be, because I own my time. And to me, being an entrepreneur, being all in like that, allows you to own your time. And I've been able to see whatever I want to see with my kids because I own my time. And to me, that's what being an entrepreneur is. Or being an entrepreneur to me has meant that I've had a sustainable business. I've been a full-time entrepreneur, and my husband the same, and they've never seen their parents work jobs. And I'm not anti-job. I'm just saying that if you're all in, like somebody wants a sustainable business as an entrepreneur, that's what I love to talk about. None of the hype stuff, but just the real stuff, right? Or maybe being all in means that you want to hire a private physician for someone that you care about. For us, we did that for my husband. He had gotten a kidney transplant. We hired a doctor for him, a private doctor. And you can have a doctor that doesn't have 100 patients. You can have a doctor that has 20 patients. You just got to pay for that. All right. So to me, that's an all in kind of thing. You know what I mean? But there's nothing like being an entrepreneur other than for me to be able to date my husband in the middle of the week, which I absolutely love, because you don't have to just date on Friday nights. And any of you guys have ever heard that, thought that? You don't, if you're all in. All right. That's what I'm going to be talking about today. That's kind of the ABCs of me. All right. Do me a favor, guys. hit that little guy here on Periscope, and let's invite our friends here on Periscope so that, more people can hear this message. Are you all in? Are you all in? Or are you all talk, right? Because I hear it all. Having coached so many clients, a lot of people think they're all in, but they're all talk, all right? And I'm going to tell you what it looks like. When you make that decision to be all in, all right? I mean, all in. Like, so you say, hey, I want to run a business. You know what I mean? I want to own my time. You know what? I want to be there for my family. And you say, I'm willing to do whatever I want to do. What it looks like is that, you don't have a time limit on achieving your success. You know how sometimes I meet people, and when they're newer entrepreneurs or they've been at it for a long period of time, and they want me to act like their business, like I can take a crystal ball with their business and tell them in the next 3 months it's going to look like this, all right? And I never do that, because one of the things that I know is true for me and many of the successful entrepreneurs that I know and respect is that we were all in. Like, I was not in my business thinking like, if this doesn't work in 3 months, I'm out of here. And if that's you, you're all talk. I'm telling you, because the moment that you understand that your commitment is not based on somebody telling you 3 months or 6 months, you're willing to do whatever you got to do to achieve the results that you want. That's when you're all in. And when you're looking at whatever it is that you want to do from a lens of, is it going to take me 2 weeks? Is it going to take me 1 month, 3 months? You're not all in. You're all talk. All right. And I want to break that down for you, because a lot of us, we have these conversations with other people. You've heard people, or maybe you've even said, I'm going to give this 1 year. I'm going to give this 2 years. Well, if that's you, you're all talk. You're not all in. When you're all in, the measuring stick, you're willing to measure what really matters. You're measuring things like your work ethic. You're measuring the people you're willing to get around. You're willing to do whatever you need to do to get around whoever you need to get around. My contacts are bothering me. Whoever you need to get around to get the results that you need to get, right? When you are truly all in. And when you're not all in, you're looking for someone to tell you, give me a sign. You know what I mean? Give me a signal that this is going to work. I didn't have any signals. You know what? I didn't have any safety nets. And I'm telling you, when you're willing to jump and do whatever you need to do and know that you don't have a safety net because you're all in and you're willing to swim as long as you need to swim and meet whoever you need to meet, that's when you know you are truly all in. So who's all in? Who's all in? You guys know I'm telling you the truth, right? So that was just one of the things that I wanted to say, because I think so many of us get this confused. I'm using different contact lenses, guys, and they're jacking me up right now. All right. They don't hurt. I've got one lens in one eye at one prescription, then another lens in the other eye. And it's like this little light. I'm going to have to sign off, I think, and come back maybe. All right. We'll see. All right. So that's how you know if you're all in or not. All right. And so when you become unrelenting about creating the success that you want, you will know that you are truly all in. All right. All right. All in. All right. The second way that you will know that you're all in and you're not all talk is because you're willing to put it all up, right? Like, meaning you're willing to 100%. Yeah. You're willing to be 100% vested in your dream. And you all know what I'm talking about. I'm going to break this down for you. And what it looks like is, it means that when you have to invest in your dream, you're not like, let me give up 20%. If you have to put it all in, you're willing to do that because you know you're going to do all the work to bring it forward because your belief is high. But some of you guys are saying, hey, I want to create amazing results. You're not all in. You're not completely vested. You know what I'm talking about. You know, you could break it down to even a small coaching investment. And you guys are saying, look, if you have to invest $10,000 in your dream, you're trying to find something for $200, trying to make that fit because you're not all in. You're all talk. You know, you want to just do just enough to see, you know, you don't want to risk it all. You're not willing to go all in. But I'm telling you, when you are 100% vested in your dream, you're willing to put it up. You're willing to do the work. And there's something to be said about people who put it all up. Right? You know what I'm saying? Who write the checks. And if you're that person that whenever it comes time for you to write that check, or you get squirrely around investing in your dream and what you want to do, I'm telling you, you're not all in. You're all talk. Because when I think about the leaps that I have made, none of these things that I invested in ever came with any guarantee. They never came with any promises. Nobody ever said, for sure, Mia, if you take this class, this is going to happen. But because I was all in, I was willing to do it anyway, because my dream was worth it. And some of you guys, this coming year, you're going to have to make a decision that your dream is worth you doing the work and you investing and having the faith to follow through with whatever it is, right? I just want to break it down for you, because some of you guys have not been all in. You've been all talk. And whenever it comes down to you making the investment, being 100% vested in your dream, giving your business what it truly needs, giving yourself what you truly need, you know what I mean? Maybe you need to take a class and you're like, I know I need to, my public speaking isn't good and I need to take a class. But whenever it comes down to it, you won't do it because you're not all in. You know what I mean? You're kind of in. And so you're not all in. All right. So I just want to break that down to you. All right. So the third way is that you can determine whether you are all in or you are all talk is if you tell other people about it. Now, I'm not talking about anybody on the street. I'm talking about your trusted circle. You know what I mean? But if you don't want any accountability around your dream, likely you're not telling anybody what's going on. You're keeping it all to yourself. And I'm telling you the truth. And the reason you're doing that, because just in case you decide not to go all in, you don't want people to really know and hold you accountable to the things that you can do, that you ought to be doing, because you could just play small if people don't know about it. When people are all in, they're willing to put it all out there. I'm always willing to tell you guys what I'm going to do. It's okay. If I fall flat on my face, I'm okay. But a lot of times I win. Most times, the fact that I'm all in. I'm not concerned about what anybody's thinking. I love the accountability that my world provides for me. And when you're all in, invested in your dream, you're not focused on what's not going to happen or keeping things on the DL. That's where you're going. That's how you're talking. That's how you're speaking. And if you're not all in, I'm going to tell you, a lot of times what the talk looks like is kind of silent talk. You know what I mean? Like, you're not telling anybody because you don't really want to be able to back it up or have any accountability around that. That's why a lot of you guys don't invest in coaching, because you want to be in, but you don't want anybody to truly know what you want to do and what you're planning to do in the event that you change your mind. And if that's you, you're not all in. I'm going to break it down for you. Do me a favor. If you're just joining me, hit this little guy here on Periscope so we can share this scope with other people. Today, I'm teaching on, are you all in or are you all talk? It is a truth scope. And I just want to break that down for you, because so many of us think we're all in, we're not all in, and we're just talk. You just talk. I hear people all the time telling me what they're going to do. They don't do it. You know what I mean? Or I tell you another way that I see whether or not somebody's all in or they all talk. This is what it looks like. I work with a lot of women, but I do work with men too. And sometimes, hey, Dr. Yolanda, I'm breaking this down. And it looks like, are you all in or you all talk? Here's the thing. It looks like this. Mia, I know you can help me. Like, you looked at all of these people that I've supported and I've helped them create amazing businesses, and they are all, they're doing a great and amazing thing. So in terms of looking at the clients that I've worked with, reading their testimonials, seeing people in real time who've had transformation, real transformation that you can touch. People call me up and they say things to me like this. I would love to work with you, but I've got to talk to my husband, and that's going to take me a week. Or they tell me things like this, like that it was going to take me a week, and then I want to get back to you. You're not all in. Because if you're all in for something, let me tell you, I've been married for almost 21 years, this December 29th. It doesn't take a week to talk to a person you love. All right. When you are all into something, you're looking for a plan to work it out, right? Somebody write work it out. But when you're not all in, you're looking for the excuses around figuring out how you can't do something. All right. And I'm just breaking that down for you. All talk. Meaning you want to create change, but you aren't willing to do what you need to do to even talk about the change that you want in a way so that anybody around you in your environment can support you. I'm breaking this down, and I'm telling you because I see it all the time with women who say to me, I want to work with you. Can I get back to you in a week? You can't get back to me in a week. Don't get back to me in a week. You need to make a decision. 1 or 2 days, certainly couples have to have a conversation to come to a meeting of minds as it relates to finances, what your level of commitment is. The reason you don't want to have that conversation is probably the last time you told somebody in your family, your spouse, that you were going to do something. You were all talk and you didn't bring it forward. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. You know what? You didn't bring your A game, and as a result of that, you weren't all in. And that's why you're having a difficult time, even in a new opportunity, having that conversation, because you weren't all in. You know what I mean? You didn't do what you were supposed to do. You know, I see this so often, even with women as it relates to their relationships. You know, they'll tell their spouse, I don't get any time for myself. And then, you know, everybody kind of opens up the calendar and you say you want every Saturday morning to yourself. When it's time to get up and go do what you need to do, you're in the house doing something for everybody in the house. Now you're the one whining and saying, hey, I don't have any time for myself. The doors open up for you to go and you don't go. You're not all in. All right. And then you're all talk. And what you got to understand is that if you want people to believe you and support you, you got to believe and support you. All right. And you got to stop that whining and building your life around the excuses or what's not working. And you got to hold yourself 100% responsible. Now, here's another way. I told you I was going to break it down. It's a truth scope. Here's another way you know if you're all in or you're not all in. I'm going to tell you, this might hurt somebody's feelings, but it's true. When you are dealing with someone who is not all in, they have a difficult time being happy for people who are. Just telling you, all right? And you guys know what it looks like. If you've ever been around someone and you've been at the peak of whatever you're doing and you're excited about what you're doing and you done brought your A game in your life or in your business, and you share something with somebody and they can't say to you, oh my goodness, I'm so happy for you, or tell me how you done it. It's because they are not happy for your success, because they're not able to bang it out for themselves. I'm telling you, that's what it looks like. And every single one of us have seen it. When you are with people who you're up and they're always down, they can, oh, here she comes again, right? Bringing her A game. Here she comes again, right? With this great idea. Here he comes again, you know, ready to rock it out. Oh, and they try to say, hey, you make it easy. No, you make working, right? You make it working work. Okay. You don't make it look easy. The reason it looks easy is because you worked it. See, when you work it over time, it gets easier. But people who, you know what I mean, aren't all in, they don't know that. So they look at somebody like you, right? They look at somebody like you and you make it look easy. You make it look good. You know what I'm saying? You're rocking it out. You're creating success. You know, your visibility is growing. Whatever happens, it goes along with you being able to do whatever you do because you've invested, like I talked about earlier, right? You invested in yourself and you committed to getting things done. They don't see that part. But you know what I'm saying? They're all talk. And you haven't been all talk. You've been all action. You've been implementing. You've been doing the things that you need to do. You've been taking classes. You've been investing in coaching. As a result of that, that's why you see the result. But people who aren't all in, they're all talk. And they're looking at people like you who are all in, and they got judgment about that thing because they don't back it up. And I'm just breaking that down. I see that all the time. I know throughout the years I've had to correct the mindset of many people over the years who have said, girl, you know what? That's so easy. Man, I should have thought of that. So would you have been willing to do what I was doing? You know what I mean? Because you had to get a big shovel out to do what I'm doing. And the reason that it looks easy today is because trust and know, I invested in myself. I got up early. I stayed up late. I didn't make excuses about what I needed to do. I was unapologetic about the success I wanted. You know what? I didn't say I had a 2 or 3 month goal. You know what? I was willing to do as long as I needed to do whatever I needed to do to create the result I needed. And for those of you who are out here, you got a time limit on your dream. I'm just telling you, it's a twisted way to look at the world. All right. And to achieve the success you want. Do me a favor. If you're just joining me, hit this little guy here on Periscope so that you can invite more people, because I'm talking today from my heart about, you know, are you all in or you all talk? Because the new year is coming up and it's time to change things. And maybe the people around you haven't talked to you or told you, you know what, it's you. Okay. Or maybe it's not you. Maybe it's someone that you know that you invited to come here today that wanting it for someone else doesn't mean that they're going to get it, because unless they understand what I'm talking about today, it doesn't happen. You know, another way you can tell if you're all in or if you're just talk is, you know, by your level of gratitude. And I'm going to tell you something. Now, this is so true, guys. When you are all in, right? And you do whatever you need to do, your gratitude quotient goes high because you're so thankful and grateful for where you started from, from where you began to where you become, where you are. So when you are all in, right, like for real, you look back on whatever it is that you've done, whatever it is that you accomplished, and in your heart, there's gratitude and thanksgiving for who you were and who you are now and what you've overcome, because you know what it takes, right? But when you're just talk, there's no gratitude. I'm going to tell you, if anything, there's nothing but judgment. There's nothing but selfishness. You know what I mean? There's nothing but coveting, because you can't build the emotion of gratitude when you ain't done nothing. All right. Gratitude comes from you being out there in the trenches and seeing that transformation happen in your life as a result of you doing the work, doing the hard work, being able to go in and do whatever it is that you needed to do. It doesn't come from you, you know what I mean, wanting to do something, but you didn't really do it. All right. And as a result of not really doing it, all that happens are those emotions that come along with it that make you feel jealous hearted. That may say, why not me? Yeah, I've been doing this thing. You ain't been. Let me tell you something. If you watching somebody else achieve success and you're not achieving success and you think to yourself, you're doing what they're doing, you are mistaken. It's called, you're disillusioned. All right. You need to ask those people, what investments did they make? Because if someone's creating a result that you're not creating, you've been doing the same thing that they're doing, they're doing it differently. And anybody in their right mind that thinks that I've been doing the same thing, I don't know why, you're not doing what they're doing. See, that's what you got to understand. You're probably not investing like they're investing. You're not showing up like they're showing up. And that's why they're creating the results. Whether you like it or not, doesn't matter. You don't have to like it, but it's the truth, all right? It's the truth. And I will tell you, another way to know if you're all in, whether you're all in or if you just talk or not, is your ability to give to others, right? Hey, Shayla, I'm breaking this down today. All right, your ability to give to other people. So let me just tell you, like when you're all in, and you know what I'm saying? And you begin to experience abundance, right? Yeah. And you begin to experience abundance in your life, because that's what happens when you're all in. Eventually things click, right? And you start to experience abundance, right? Things just start to happen for you. So the more things that happen for you, the more you have your overflow is there, and the more you can give to others. So if you ever want to meet people who are in a place of contraction, I'm going to tell you something. Anyone that's in a place of contraction, meaning like you can have this and you can't have that, they ain't all in. Okay, because when you're all in and you start to experience that overflow in your life, you really want other people to get it. Like you want other people to play with, right? Like you're like, guys, you gotta get this, right? Because you want to, right? And any person I know that has ever mentored me toward my next level, they haven't wanted it more than I've wanted it for me, because I got to do the work. But you know what? Because they have it, they want me to be able to see it, and they paint that picture for me. So if you're ever around people, if you're ever around people who don't want it big for you, who don't want to, you know what I mean, to give you what they have in that, you know what I'm saying, in the truest abundance, they like ration it for you, they don't have it. Because I'm going to tell you, every single one of my friends, all of us that have achieved significant success, we want other people to have it. Like we want you to know what it's like to fight. You know what I mean? For what you got. We want you to know what it's like to create true transformation in your life. We want you to know what it's like to show up big and to ask for it. We want you to know, we want somebody to talk to you like, girl, you know what? Remember when? Because that's what makes it exciting to have other people who have come through and you can relate to their story and what it takes to get there, because you've been there. And anybody other than that, I don't know anything about it. It might be another way to do it, but I don't know anything about it. It is to me, it's an incredible rite of passage to watch other people create amazing success in their businesses and to overcome themselves and do whatever they need to do to achieve that, right? So that's what I wanted to say. All right. Did this scope support you guys today? I told you I wanted to talk about if you're all in. Over 200 people in the room. Give her hearts. Yeah, guys, where the hearts at? Where are the hearts, right? You guys got to be all in. If I'm talking about being all in, you got to be all in. But you know what? And I guess let me speak to that for a minute about what it takes to be all in. Like truth of the matter is the reason that most people, some people achieve being all in and other people don't, it's the small things, guys. So what you got to understand is that people who show up big do small things better. They do small things better. They discipline themselves in the small things, right? They discipline themselves in the small things. A lot of people trying to show up big, look big, but they ain't willing to do the small things, right? You guys are all listening, right? They're not willing to do the small things, right? And so they're so busy trying to focus on the red bottom, big things, that they're not trying to do the small things, the things that discipline yourself, right? Like show up early, you know what I mean? Get the information that you want, you know what I mean? Work with the people that you need to work with, do the work, master the basics so you can master yourself, become a disciplined person, to overcome whatever it is that's getting in your way. So that's why some people are all in and some people aren't, because some people have never focused. They're all talk. Like they are just looking to look good, and they're just trying to, they're in love with the illusion of what success looks like, but they're not really trying to create anything that's real, that's sustainable, anything like that. I break that down for you because, I've run a very successful coaching practice for over 10 years. All right. And I love it. I love what I do. I've run a very successful mid-sized commercial laundry for over 11, 12 years. Okay. My husband and I have a real estate business as well. And you know what? I never ever felt like puffed out about it. I've never ever felt like I just try to master the basics, right? I love owning my time and whatever I need to do to master that or come up with better models so that I can continue to work 30 hours a month or less. That's what I'm into. That's what I'm mastering. I couldn't even tell you what's on sale. I couldn't tell you the things that are irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm all into my dream, and I was just telling my kids recently, I said, look, we were talking about this election. I was just with Matthew, my 11-year-old today in Target, and we were talking about the election. And of course, African-American young man, he's very concerned about everything that's going on. And I told him, I said, Matthew, let me tell you something. This is what I want you to understand, that a person that doesn't respect you can never define you. Would you have to understand that? And that your success is not tied to any individual. If you own you, okay? I said, I don't care who's president in this country. I said, if you own you, you will always win. All right. And that's what you must understand. And that no one holds a definition of who you are and what you can accomplish. In fact, we can never, ever listen to any single person who does not value you. They don't have the right to define who you are. Period. That's it. It just stops right there. So we may not like someone, we may not respect what they say, but they can't change your world if you don't let them in. And what you got to understand is that the number one game in this world, guys, is a mindset game. And that's the reality. So the number one game in this world is a mindset game. And if you don't get that right, it doesn't matter who is in. It could be your boss, it could be a friend, it could be anybody. But the moment you let somebody in your head that tells you who you are and what you can do, you have already lost. And I ain't into that. And the one thing that I feel is my responsibility as a mom to my kids, right, is to break that down. Like, let's talk about what you really need to protect. All right. We're not talking about propaganda. We're talking about your mind. All right. And at the end of the day, what you let into your mind is what influences you for decades, for the rest of your life. You don't ever let somebody who doesn't respect you, I don't care, ever define who you are. It's irrelevant. We don't care what you think. It doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with what we're going to grow up and do. All right. And so that's just such an important thing. But, it's important. Yeah. You got to protect. You got to break this down to your kids, and you got to let them know, who to and who not to listen to. You got to understand that this is a game. And in life, the moment that somebody controls what you think, the moment that you the moment that you allow anything to influence what you think, you influence what is possible for you. I don't care what it is. All right. And the same is true. Are you all in? Are you all in? You willing to do what you got to do to protect this right here? You willing to invest whatever you need to do to think like you need to be thinking? Are you willing to look at the results that you didn't create last year and say, I got to change that thing? Are you willing to write the check that you keep hemming and hawing about? Because why? Because, because what? Are you serious? You didn't get the results that you wanted, and you're struggling with and making an investment, investing in a coach that can support you to create the results you want, come on, you're not all in. All right, you're playing. And you got to understand when you're just talking. And I just want to break it down. You guys got 5 or 6 weeks to get this thing right. And the fact that, well, you can get it right anytime. You can either choose this time from now, you get to decide what it looks like, right? But so many people are concerned about, you know what, pretending what it looks like instead of talking about what it really is. And I want to talk about what it truly and really is. I am Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist, and I support mostly women with life and business success. I support clients with taking what they know, packaging what they know, leveraging what they know. Hey, Shayla. And pulling those things into product so that they can take and build the brands of themselves. I've coached hundreds of people. I'd love to work with you if you're looking for a coach, if you're ready to get it done. If you're smart, you're sharp, you believe in self-investment, and you believe in God, then you know what? We should probably talk, because my clients get amazing results. And the thing is, I'm unapologetic about the kind of people I want to work with. I want to work with smart people. I want to work with somebody that knows they're smart. That's right? Because they're all in. I want to work with someone who makes investments. You know what? I don't work with people who don't make investments because they're not all in. All right? No. I'm not. I'm sorry. If you think you're worth $2, I don't think you're worth $2. So we first of all got to have alignment. I only work with people who want to get it done, who believe in investment. And I work with people who are sharp. All right? Because we got to take your sharpness and I got to take my sharpness, and we got to rub that thing together, right? As iron sharpens irons, great things happen. All right? And so for those of you who are thinking you're all in and you're not sharpening your iron against any other iron, you're missing out. All right? And you get to choose what that is. You get to choose if the word is a book that you read that you find that's enjoyable, or it's a book that you read that you apply in your life every day. And I'm just saying you get to choose what it looks like. I'm Mia Redrick. I get myself all fired up on these scopes, right? I'm the mom strategist, and I support moms with life and business success. You can always check me out at miaredrick.com. I hope you guys are on my newsletter. I'm on fire today. I'm completely rested from my event from last week. You know what? The funny thing is, we did this event in Baltimore, Maryland. It was a retreat. And you know what? People left that event. And you know what? They're like, I'm writing my book. I'm writing my book. I'm writing my book. I'm writing my book. You think about the last event you went to. And did you leave that event and take an action in the direction if you want to go? And if you see other people that you know that are they've come to my event and they leave there and they are creating results, why would that not be your story? It is. That's how I trend. That's how I trend. And if you want that, then you need to work with someone that creates that. But if you hem and haw about that, you don't want that. You're all talk. And so I'm not saying that this is about working with me, although it's a great choice. That's a great choice. I'm talking about when you see something trending for success and you say, oh man, that's really good. Why are you not choosing powerfully for yourself? Why is it every time it comes down to you making an investment in yourself, you get yourself twisted up in here because you all talk. You're all talk. You know what I mean? And then you're going to look at your life 3 months from now, 6 months from now and say, I was writing that book. You've taken 2 years to write the book. You know what? Why are you not selling your programs to corporations? Why? You see tons of people doing that. They've made investments and you still are hemming and hawing, trying to peek around the corner. And I'm going to tell you another way that you can tell whether or not you're in or not. Some of you guys are, and Periscope is a great tool, and I love it. It's a phenomenal tool, but I'm going to break this down. Some of you guys are, you're hungry for the free. You know what I'm saying? You're hungry for the free. So your job is you're going to hop here, you're going to hop there, and you're going to allow somebody else's plan of what they're going to teach to be your program, instead of you orchestrating the success that you want. And what you got to understand is when you're all in people orchestrate the success that they want. Who's that? I can't even see, okay? When you're all in, thank you so much. When you're all in, you know what? You're orchestrating your success. You're not like, oh, okay, let's see what's on Periscope on the channel today. And I'm not saying that in any way for a diss. I'm saying that to keep this 100. When I look at my success, when I look at what I create, I mapped it out. Okay, I mapped it out. Okay, and if something else came along the way that added value during that day, hey, it was great, but it was not part of my plan. And what you got to understand is, what is your plan? And in 2017, if you want to do something different, you got to have a plan. You got to orchestrate your success. You need to be working with people who create results. You got to work with people that call you out, right? Yeah, I know, I know. I'm speaking to you, right? Well, I have a lot of clients who are not mom or dad. I have a lot of guys that I've worked with over the years, colonels, PGA golf pros, a chief of police, pastors. So I support people in creating content, building the brand of themselves. It's just that the vast majority of my clientele are moms, because I take a stand for you. Because if you are a woman out there and you're using your kids as an excuse why you can't show up powerfully, what I want to tell you is that you're not all in. You're not all in for your family. Here's the deal. Whatever you do for you is what you're giving to those kids. Whatever blueprint they believe of what's possible comes from you. You cannot show up 100% in your marriage if you are not showing up 100% for yourself. And anything other than that, you just all talk. This whole idea that I'm going to wait until ... Your kids never asked you to do that. Your partner never asked you to do that. You made that up, okay? And you need to understand that. And that when you decide to show up 100% for you, what you do is you get to share more of who you are with them, period. That's what it is, all right? It's nothing other than that. I've coached hundreds of moms. I know this to be true. Yeah, you made it up. All right. And you got to understand where things come from. And sometimes we are stuck in our stories. We come up with these things and we hold them as truths. So, and they're not true. They're not real. It's illusion. It doesn't serve you. And if I didn't tell you, I wouldn't be being honest with you about this, having coached so many people personally. Literally, my advice has traveled around the world. I was signed to an Emmy nominated, nationally syndicated show, America Now. And the fact of the matter is, that's what I know. That's what I know. Okay. So, that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. So listen, guys, if you're interested in working with me, male or female, as long as you're smart, you're sharp, you believe in self-investment, I have tons of options for you for this coming year. Here's my email address. I'm going to give it to you. Mia@findingdefinitions.com. Mia@findingdefinitions.com. Mia, M-I-A, @findingdefinitions.com. You need to email me. I don't do free coaching. I only work with people who believe in self-investment and they're ready to bring their A game. And everybody I work with, they're at go. You might not know what you want to do. All right. That's okay, because a lot of clients don't know what they want to do. That's my job, is to support you with taking who you are and packaging that so you can sell it. Picking up what she is putting down, meet her. Right. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. From my heart to your heart. I got to take the teenager to the mall. My daughter's got to go to the mall. Of course, she's got to go to the mall because it's Sunday. And why would she not have to go to the mall on Sundays, right? So I'm getting ready to sign off. Are there any final questions for me? I'll probably sign on later today. But are there any final questions for me? I'm trying to work through my little contact situation. All right, Mia@findingdefinitions.com. If you guys are ready to get it done this year, I've got a lot of different coaching options for you. One of which is an incredible program, which if you are a mom or a woman who's interested in working with a coach in an incubator sort of program, it's called Core Moms Coaching. It's a 12-month coaching program where I coach you on your business and your life, right? Because your life informs your business, right? So the curriculum is for business, how to create product, how to monetize your product, how to position yourself as an expert, how to build your team, how to sell without selling, and it goes on and on and on. There's a 1-hour coaching call each month where I teach you personally, all right? And then you have to go and execute over the course of 30 days. Then there's also a life curriculum, how to set boundaries, what's draining you. Because if your prices are too low, that's not a business problem. It's likely a life problem. You don't know your worth, you don't know your value, and we want to get that straight, right, this upcoming year. So we go through a life curriculum as well. That's a 1-hour curriculum. So you have 1-hour business call each month, a 1-hour life call each month, and a 1-hour open coaching call where you can come with any questions. Hey, darling, any questions that you might have for me, I answer for you directly. Because, just because you're working with a coach and you're in a program doesn't mean you're not working on other stuff. So I answer all your questions. People love it. I also pair you with your people, your tribe, your accountability partners. For those of you who are out here like, I can't find people like me. I got a lot of them, and they're smart. They're sharp. They believe in self-investment. They're awesome. Right. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. And you also have access to our private community. You get to email me one email once a week. All right. So it's great. People come through the program. They rock it out. Many come through the program. And you know what? They have They don't even know what they're going to do when they get started, and they all write books and they all do great things. They all understand how to get media because I break it down. Everything that I teach you, I have done. So it's not a theoretical program. When I talk to you about how to get media, I show you how I got media. When I show you how to, position yourself as a national expert, I show you how I built my brand from scratch. Nobody knew the Mom Strategist, what I was doing, why I was doing it, how I was doing it. I show you exactly what I did do. When I show you how to create product, I show you how my very first product, I made $97,000 writing an ebook about having in-law problems. All right. So I just break it all down for you. So you don't have to figure it out. You need to work with someone that has figured it out and that has a track record of success, of which I do have. That's one option. Or you might want to work with me one-to-one, which a lot of people buy my bundles. You can go to Redrick.com and see the bundles that are there. All right. So I typically recommend that you book a 5-hour bundle, because it'll change your whole world. I just have a client I worked with for 2.5 hours. She closed $500,000 5 weeks ago. So we talked in June and in July. We had 2.5 hours of coaching calls. She closed a $500,000 deal based on the advice that I gave her. So the question is, are you willing to put up, right, to create a return? And if you are serious about this year, you got to sow a seed that can come back and create a return on your investment. And if you're not thinking like that, you're not all in, and I'm just breaking that down. Now, that is an option. If you want a one-to-one consult, totally open to doing that. You can see the bundles on my website. That's MiaRedrick.com. Check, hey, Dr. Yolanda, check Rock Your Business. All right, check Rock Your Business. All right. And then there is an option also for those of you who want scope coaching from me, meaning coaching like this. I've got over 300 videos. I've got a scope coaching program that you have access to. It's $1,200. That's what it is. All right. Well worth it. And also you get to hop on one group coaching call with me each month. All right. So if you guys have been looking for your coach and you're like, hey, who, and you need to talk to some people, I'll let you meet some of my clients. You'll have an opportunity to find out for yourself whether or not it's a fit for you. All right. And I believe that when you're choosing a coach, you want to choose someone. Thank you so much for putting it there. You want to choose someone that has your solution. So you're not buying me because you like me, because I'm a nice person, right? You're not buying me because I'm cute, right? Nope, not that. You're investing in me because there's a solution that you want in your business that I provide. That's the only reason they invest in a coach. They offer a solution. All right. You're not buying me because I'm on stage and I'm great up on stage. Nope. You're not doing that. You're not buying me because I've done television. You're not buying. No, you're buying me, okay, coaching with me because there's a solution that I offer you. You want to take your ideas, your background, your education, your gifts, your MD, your PhD, your law degree, your professional experience, your background, your soft skills, and create product that you want to sell to other people. That's a great reason to work with me. Anything other than that, you know what? You get what you get. Don't get upset, all right? So the teenager has just walked in the room, and I got to go. I love you guys. Okay. Mia, thank you so much. Mia at findingdefinitions.com. Mia at findingdefinitions.com. If you guys have any questions, I'd love to answer those for you. And do me a favor, just one last time before I sign out. Do you guys mind hitting this little guy on Periscope and sharing with someone so that people that maybe are just joining or they can catch the replay. All right. Hit this little guy here on Periscope and share. And if you're not following me currently, you should be. All right. Here on Periscope, hit the follow sign. All right. Thank you so much. I love you guys. All right. I got to get the teenager. Thank you, Dr. Yolanda, for sharing. Come on. Just one person sharing today. I brought my A game, guys. Come on. Share. Share. It's a very simple concept. Share. And you know what? Okay, no, I'm not even going to get into that because I'll start scoping it. And then the teenager will just be like, what are you doing? Thank you. Share. Come on, guys. Share. You shared it twice. Thank you. I appreciate it. Because we want more people that we care about to get this, to understand this concept, because it's important, right? And we know if you saw a movie that was a good movie, but it wouldn't do anything for them, you tell them about it. But this is something that truly might create a shift in their life, right? And that's what we do for people we care about. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon, okay? Bye. Love you guys. Bye, Dr. Yolanda. Bye.